We just want to thank everybody for coming. And we want to say also that is Lori Whipple in here? Lori Whipple, come over here. Bookmans has been generous to pay for every bit of the cost of Geek Prom, so all of the money that you have generously given to attend benefits Kids Need to Read in our programs, and we are so grateful to this woman right here, the wonderful, wonderful Lori Whipple. Please applause.
Thank you for supporting Kids Need to Read, everyone. It's truly a blessing on Bookman's behalf to be able to help out such a wonderful literacy foundation.
And just one moment, and then we'll get to all the party. And I just want you to know what your money is actually going for. Sometimes people think that all we do is just provide books, and that in itself is very, very worthy. But we do a whole lot more than that. We try to give a lot of inspiration, and we work a lot with special ed classes and juvenile offender programs and dropout recovery programs. We're trying to encourage kids that are not getting any support. We are the only national literacy organization that supports older children regularly. So it's really become a niche for us, and we are so proud of what we're doing. We're really getting a lot of great feedback. So I want you to know you're really, really helping a lot of kids that think nobody cares about them. And when we give them books, we give them new books so they know they are just as worthy as everybody else. So all of this money is for our fall program when the school starts again, and it's a really big deal to us. This will be our biggest fall ever because of what you've done. Thank you. Thank you, $10,000.
Hey buddy, Nathan, this is the Geek Prom for Kids Need to Read, and we just wanted to have you call in or give a little shout out, and thank you for all the support for Kids Need to Read, and we just wanted to hear from you a little bit and tell us how things are going.
You know, I know you guys are doing something good for charity, but all I can really think of is you're having another party without me.
Well, there was a rumor that you were supposed to show up, but you know, I guess that didn't happen.
I started that rumor.
Well, we've got everybody here, and Bookmans has supported us, and Michael Doherty here from the Broncos Redemption is doing the DJing, and everybody's having a really good time. We just started the party, and we thought it would be a great way to kick it off if you just sent us off to have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance one for me.
Take sampling to the next step.
Yeah.
That's a clean sample.
Taking sounds and meshing them together, putting them all in time.
Kick drum.
All right. Hello, Elsewhere. We are here again at this wonderful Geek Prom. We're going to talk to one of the founders of this whole Kids Need to Read, beautiful, lovely thing, this event that's happening right now. Look how she looks. Ladies and gentlemen, Denise. Hello, Denise. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm more excited than you are because you get to see this all the time. I'm happy about this. Tell us about what's going on inside that room there.
The Geek Prom, the Geek Prom. There's just nothing like the Geek Prom. It's just awesome. It's just full of geeks. We're all dressed up in all kinds of crazy geekery.
Right.
And we have Nathan Fillion, our co-founder, just called in. So he's a big geek. And so it was great. We all loved Nathan Fillion. And so we have dancing, we have door prizes, we have auctions, we have the Fashion Geektacular. And from that is crowned the Geek King and Geek Queen. And it's just tons of fun. We have the Geek Arch, too. You'll have to get the Geek Arch. Yeah, because we have people taking pictures of the Geek Arch, people taking pictures at the Geek Portal. Right. It just goes on and on and on and on.
Now, for something that I would assume would be small, this is a big honking deal. We can't disclose the location, but we're in a secret location somewhere in downtown Phoenix. But how do you get all of this? Who puts this on? How do you get to be able to do all of this?
Because we have people who love us, and we appreciate them more than you can ever know. Phoenix Comic-Con, they give us the entire ballroom free, and they provide the little beverages.
Right.
They don't provide them free, but they provide it for us to have, so we don't. Oh, sorry.
Hey, getting away with
My snakes. And so they're just wonderful to us. They're the ones who actually, when I begged them to become sponsor us, they said yes. And then they went ballistic and did all kinds of things for us, more than any other con ever does for their people. And so they wanted to start some big event, signature event for them to benefit us. And then the other one, I have to say, that really makes this possible is Bookmans, who are so fabulous, and they pay for all the costs. They do all the decorating, so that all the money that people pay, and it's only $10, but so we don't make it where it's skyrockets for people to have fun, but they pay for everything, so all that money goes to Kids Need to Read and our programs. So they're I love them, and Lori Whipple, yay.
Gotta love it. So what is this, just a few hours, or is this good thing going all night?
No, it goes 4 hours, and it might go beyond that, and it can. Depends on what the people want to do, but it's minimum 4 hours, yeah.
That's fantastic. So we've got people from the Phoenix Comic-Con. They come over. Did they have to go? Do you have to be part of the Comic-Con to come here to the Geek Prom?
You actually do. You do have to. But, you know, Phoenix Comic-Con's membership pass is so inexpensive because many cons, they charge $160, $100. They only charge $35 for a weekend pass. So they're very family-oriented, and they like to keep that low. But it's part of the convention, so people do have to. So they should just come to it. The Phoenix Comic-Con is awesome. They should come to that anyway, and then come to this at night.
Now I see some of these people that I haven't necessarily seen at your office because we're friends, so I know her. But who are these people? What do they do? Are these all volunteers?
They're my secret elves, and you can't have them. I covet them. We have the greatest volunteers ever, and they do. Some of them, come to the office, and some of them only work events. It depends on their schedules. So some of them you haven't seen, and some of them sneak in because they're afraid of you. Because you're so mean. He's so sweet.
So you got volunteers, you have the great sponsors, you have this great event with everybody that's here. No one looks like they're having a bad time. Not at all. This is amazing. So is this going to be, what is this, the 97th annual Geek Prom?
Yeah, it is an annual event. And this is only our second. And the first one was just fly by the seat of your pants. We couldn't even get into the room ahead of time. So we had all this stuff, and when they opened the doors and the band people came out, come here.
I just photobombed my boss. How fabulous was that?
Listen, there'd be no Kids Need to Read, nor no Geek Prom without this woman, Debbie Brown. She's my partner in crime. Yes, I know.
You're criminal right now.
Oh yeah.
You need to grab her because we're almost done with this interview.
I'm grabbing her right now, and then when you're done with her, I'll grab her again. Okay.
Debbie, people just show up. You see, we got the thing trying to get through. Just the whole thing is bananas. I'm going to let you get back to this event. Hollywood Elsewhere, we're thankful for Kids Need to Read. Denise Scary, she's making it happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun.
You. Come next year.
I love you, geeks. Geek Prom. Thank you, Phoenix. You guys rock. Stand up. Thank you very much for having us. We're having a great time here. Are you having fun? I've never seen so many sexy geeks in my life. It's crazy. But I know some Dr. Little Geek babies born out tonight. Not you. God, you're sexy. You're a giant, sexy woman. Thank you very much. Anyway, have a great time. Love you guys. Shake it up. Thank you, Phoenix. Enjoy it.
He's our founder and and troublemaker. And what do you think of the Geek Prom, PJ? This is your first year.
I know, it's pretty amazing. I can't believe how big it is. I can't believe how many people are here. It's awesome. And the costumes are fantastic.
What do you think of my costume?
I love it. I want to eat it.
So, now I feel tall. We were just wondering if you're proud of how Kids Need to Read has been growing since your project started in 2007?
Unbelievably proud, but it's all thanks to this lady here who took a little idea that we had and grew it into this great big thing. So all the credit goes to this lady.
Well, not quite all. We have a lot of people helping, wonderful people helping. So, but thank you for that.
You're
That's
welcome.
sweet. And so, do you have any ideas for the future of how you would like to see KNTR expand?
You know, a lot of people ask me, and they write from different parts of the country, is KNTR going to go global? You know, they talk about, is it going to go overseas and up into Canada and that, and you know, it would be unbelievable if we could eventually be a global organization, because you know, United States has a lot of issues with public education and the need to get kids need to read. Did I just say that? The need to get kids need to read. So, but you know, it's a really big dream. But wouldn't it be unbelievable if it was a global organization? So.
And you know, well, you know, we've already grown so much in the 4 years that I can actually see that happening. I might be retired at that time or in the grave. But so just thank you for starting this idea. It was just amazing, because when you first broached it to me, I didn't even know there was such a need, and now it's just this huge passion of mine, because we're really failing our kids in this country.
And the fact that we have to do this is a little sad. I mean, I don't mean to be negative about it, but come on. We can't get the books to the kids. What are we trying to, you know, what's, there's something wrong with that. So hopefully with what we can do and all the support we have from the fans and everybody that loves what we're doing, if we can facilitate that process and put those books, good books, in the hands of the kids, I mean, we succeed with each and every book.
And inspire them to read them.
And inspire them to read.
Which also is a big part of what we do.
Is that a motto too?
Yes.
Like, oh, sorry.
Inspiring imagination.
Oh, inspiring imagination.
And reading.
See, I'm not that up in the literature sometimes. Yay.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Go enjoy the prom.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Is it working? Oh, okay. All right. We're here with Lori Whipple from Bookmans, and they're the ones who sponsored our Geek Prom, and they make it so all of the funds goes directly to our programs to help disadvantaged kids learn how to connect to life through books, through reading, and inspiration to read. And so, did you enjoy it, Lori?
Absolutely. This is the best prom I've ever been into in my life.
Because we're
geekier than this.
And I'm curious, why do you feel like you want to support Kids Need to Read by throwing this prom for us.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to work with Kids Need to Read, but at Bookmans Entertainment Exchange, one of our core values is literacy, and to be able to focus on a group of children that are normally overlooked is absolutely just one of the best things that we could possibly do. It's a blessing. So.
And I should mention that Bookmans does a lot of community work in Tucson and Flagstaff and Phoenix and where else? Anywhere else?
That's it.
That's it. They are big into helping their community and do all sorts of projects. And do you know about how many projects you work on per year? In a guesstimate?
At least 100, if not more.
Did you hear that? 100 community projects for kids in reading, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. Really, we would like to say a huge thanks to Bookmans, not only for the Geek Prom, but for everything they do for the community. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Your decorations were spectacular.
You're welcome. Thank you, Denise. It's absolutely